John Oliver attacks Pence's daughter's children's book. Her 4 words have him eating his. After liberal comedian John Oliver published a pro-LGBTQ book spoofing a children's novel written by Mike Pence's daughter, Charlotte, the 24-year-old second daughter had one thing to say that's sure to have the liberal shill fuming. In the world of politics, conservatism is the honor student who gets along with everyone while liberalism enviously stands in the corner, concocting false rumors in a bid to soil their opponent's reputation. In fact, the left is so filled with hate that they must sabotage their right-wing counterparts even when it comes to issues upon which we can all agree. So, when Vice President Mike Pence's daughter, Charlotte, wrote an unpolitical educational children's book about her pet rabbit in an effort to raise money to fight child sex trafficking, liberals were chomping at the bit to thwart the selfless deed. In a detestable campaign to stifle Charlotte Pence's charitable donations, late weekday host John Oliver hastily published a satirical version of her children's book, injecting pro-LGBTQ propaganda and cheap shots at the second family. Of course, the most pathetic aspect about Oliver's tireless efforts and funds to spoof a simple children's book is that the very reason he published the partisan volume was to annoy Mike Pence, in his own words. Please, buy it for your children, buy it for any child you know, or just buy it because you know it would annoy Mike Pence, Oliver said of the book on his show Sunday. You would be doing a nice thing in a really dickish way, and isn't that the dream at the end of the day? Unfortunately for him, his plan has backfired, as even Charlotte and Karen, whose character and entire premise Oliver amateurishly appropriated, were thrilled at the fact that his sales would also be donating to charity. In fact, when asked how she felt about Oliver's knock-off publication, Charlotte exuded the same class and dignity as her second-in-command father, proclaiming "I'm all for it because the profits from both books are benefiting charity," according to the Daily Wire. I think imitation is the most sincere form of flattery in a way, said the 24-year-old. But in all seriousness, his book is contributing to charities that I think we can all get behind. We have 2 books that are giving to charities that are both about bunnies, so I'm all for it, really. In Oliver's book, the Pence family's pet rabbit, Marlin Bunjo, marries another male bunny after combating a character called Stinkbug, who is intended to resemble Mike Pence. Nearly every character in the storybook is transformed into a stereotypical homosexual, showcasing that Oliver's true motive has nothing to do with charity but was solely to try to get under the skin of the vice president, which he miserably failed to do. It's unfortunate that anyone would feel the need to ridicule an educational children's book and turn it into something controversial and partisan, the publisher lamented. Of course, that's what the left does, and we wouldn't expect any more from them. Liberals have consistently proven that they value feelings over facts, especially when it comes to the anti-science LGBTQ community. It's also incredibly sad that the only time the left offers charity is when it will benefit their own agenda. It must be incredibly frustrating for liberals who exhaustingly launch tasteless ad hominem attacks at conservatives and their families only to watch as their intended victims handle such deranged smears with carefree class and kindness. Oliver and his leftist ilk must have been squirming in their seats as the Pence family returned their puerile strike with grace and utter altruism, virtues the left desperately lacks.